Well, dear students, welcome back to my online class. Uh, First of all, have a beautiful morning. So far, we have covered 4 chapters. You are already aware of this fact. And in these 4 chapters, we have got notes on long answer questions. And today, we are not going to introduce any new chapter. As long answer question notes already you have got, and now it is time to deal with some of the questions which are of short answer type. So today from the chapter that is the first chapter, that is challenges to the nation building, from this chapter we shall deal with some of the important aspects which are generally of short questions and answer type. This thing only we shall discuss. Of course, the long answer questions which you have already got, in those questions and answers, if you just properly concentrate, you will find that some of the short answer questions as well as their answers are already hidden there. But we shall now separately deal with such kind of a short answer questions from the first chapter, that is challenges of nation building. So some of the topics which I feel may be important. So if the question comes like this: what 3 challenges were faced by India at the time of independence? I repeat the questions. What 3 types of challenges that India faced at the time of independence? That is a short question. The answer is also short. It is like this. You can write like this: 3 challenges faced by India just after independence were: number 1, challenge to shape the nation. Challenge to shape the nation, that is the first challenge. And second is challenge to establish democracy. That is the second point. And the third point is challenge to ensure the development and well-being of the entire society. So these are the 3 challenges. I repeat, the question is like this: what are the 3 challenges which are faced by India at the time of independence? Very simple: challenge to shape the nation, challenge to establish democracy, and the challenge to ensure the development and well-being of entire society. So these are the few points relating to the first question. The second question also, though it was discussed, today it is necessary to deal with it again. The second question is: what is the two-nation theory? I think I remember that I dealt with this matter once, but today again I shall repeat here. That is, what is the two-nation theory? Two-nation theory, it was advanced by, or this theory was given by a political party, Muslim League. According to this theory advanced by Muslim League, in India there are 2 people. They say that India consists of not 1 but 2 people. TWO, 2 people. What does it mean? Here, according to this theory, it means that one people is Hindu and the other people is Muslim. So according to this theory, India consists of not 1 but 2 people, Hindus and Muslims. So this Muslim League, they demanded that there should be a separate state of Pakistan, since Muslim, for the Muslim majority of the people, a separate state should be created. So that was the demand. So to be very, very short on this question, I repeat, what is the two-nation theory? to be very short, two-nation theory was advanced by the Muslim League. According to this theory, India consisted of not one but two people, Hindus and Muslims. Muslim League's two-nation theory demanded Pakistan as a separate country for the Muslims. We know that Indian Union, or we can say this Indian Federation, consists of so many states, and in India generally all the states are organized on the basis of language. Say for example, for Assamese linguistic people there is a state Assam, for Marathi linguistic people there is a state called Maratha, for Gujarati speaking Gujarat, for Bengali speaking West Bengal. So that way, for Odia speaking people, Odisha, so that way we will find that in India, states are almost all states are created on the basis of the language. Now here a small question comes generally, that is, mention main recommendations of the State Reorganization Commission. Mention main recommendation of the State Reorganization Commission. Actually, in India, the states are organized on the basis of the recommendation of a commission. The name of the commission is State Reorganization Commission. It was established in 1953. So this commission gave a report, studied the whole situation, gave the report, and in this report it gave certain recommendation. It gave certain recommendation, that is what should be the basis of reorganization of states in India. So you must know the background first. So I repeat here, say mention the main recommendations of the State Reorganization Commission. Your answer should be like this. The recommendation of the commission was that the boundaries of the state should reflect the boundaries of different languages. It means that the state should be organized on language basis. The state should be organized on language basis. So that was the recommendation of the State Reorganization Commission. Very simple. I hope you understand. There is also another question. That is, you know that after independence, India had to face certain difficult situation relating to the princely states. In India, we know that there are more than 560 princely states are there. All the princely states were not willing to join Indian Union after independence, and so that all the princely states join Indian Union, some leaders in India, they took the task, they took the responsibility to convince, to pursue the princely states so that they can join Indian Union. And for this purpose, an instrument of accession was prepared, or we can say a letter of accession was prepared. So when the princely states signed the letter of accession, by virtue of this signature, that princely state became a part of Indian Union. I repeat, the instrument of accession means a letter of accession. When this letter was signed by the small princely states, they became the part of Indian Union on the strength of their signature. So on this there is a question, very simple question. Explain the role played by Sardar Patel in the unification of the princely states of India. Explain the role played by Sardar Patel in the unification of the princely states in India. So actually, for the purpose of unification of princely states in India, it was the Iron Man of India, that is the Sardar Patel, who really took a very historic responsibility. He played a very historic role for this purpose. So the question, I repeat, explain the role played by Sardar Patel in the unification of the princely states of India. The answer is simple. That is, first of all, number one, we can say Sardar Patel, he was the Deputy Prime Minister. and the first Home Minister of India, and he played certain roles. What are the roles? Number one, he considered integration of the princely states in Indian Union as the primary responsibility. He considered that is integration of princely states in India is the primary responsibility, means main responsibility. The priority should be given to this area, that integration of the princely states. That is number one. Number two, that is he procured the letter of accession from the princely states through diplomacy and through negotiation. It is by means of diplomacy. Diplomacy, in other words, it is called Kutniti. So by means of diplomacy as well as by means of negotiation, he managed to procure the signature of the princely states authority. He managed to get the signature of the rulers of the princely states. They signed the instrument of accession or letter of accession. So that way princely states became a part of Indian Union. And thirdly, sometimes he had to use force also. So he had to use force as well as persuasion so that these princely states becomes a part of Indian Union. You can remember that is the states of Junagadh, the states of Hyderabad, the states of Manipur. They are not willing to join Indian Union. So for this purpose, what Sardar Patel did, he sometimes persuaded those princely states, and sometimes, as it happened with the case of Hyderabad, he had to apply the force also. So these are the three roles he mainly played. Now, to be very simple on this, that is, what was the role played by Sardar Patel in the unification of princely states? For your answer, the number one is that he considered integration of princely state into the Indian Union as the primary responsibility, number one. Number two is he procured letter of accession from the princely states through diplomacy and negotiation. And thirdly, he used force and persuasion with some states for their unification with India. So these are the few, that is topics, the few questions today we have dealt with. There is one more question that I shall deal in my next class tomorrow. Okay, so this much for today. Have a very good day.